back live in the saddle, picking right back up right where we left off. There was some shenanigans that happened. I can't, apparently with maybe the Twitch or with the stream, and all of a sudden everything just kind of went dark on Twitch. Don't know what happened. Maybe I don't know if I was still live on YouTube or not, to be honest with you. And it looks like now everything's kind of coming back and live again. So we're gonna check out and make sure that things are working. It does look like I'm live. So I don't know if there's something going on with Twitch itself. Let me check YouTube. Am I live on YouTube? Oh, there's another Vault Hunters Sky Vault with this gal. Man, I love that channel. Let's see. It does not say that I'm live on YouTube. So there may be an issue with Streamlabs. Huh. Yeah, I don't see anything live there. And on my actual Twitch stream, let's see if I got anything coming up here. We might be having some technical difficulties. No, I'm live on Twitch, it looks like. It just appears to be YouTube is out right now. Kind of hate that because I've had a bunch of those users on there. Let's wonder if I can't, and it says I'm in a multi-stream. Look there. This appears to be YouTube. Yeah. Looks like I'm back to being live once again. Alright. Third time's a charm. Alright, that's the worry of me sometimes. So I am having so much fun in this world, streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube. Talky hard. Sorry guys. But I am having a lot of fun doing this. This has been a dream of mine for years to do this kinds of stuff. And I've always been a lurker on a lot of other people's streams, and so it's just interesting to me to be able to finally come back and do that. Let me turn volume up. Look, our arms coming out of the frame. All right. So what we were just living off with is that we just made some backup gear, right? This is my new pickaxe. I'm gonna whittle this down to nothing, but then I'm gonna combine this and this. We're gonna need lots of iron in order to do that. So. We're at 28 levels right now. I'd love if we could get to 30. It shouldn't take much. In fact, here's this. Oh, almost. Oh, so close. So close. All right. Obviously, piglin bartering. That's what we're going to use that for. And do we have any piglins that are there? Let's go check it out. I love the fact that my nether hub is now a little bit safer for me to enter and exit out of. So I don't feel near threatened by coming out here. Let's see, do we got any? Look, there's some dudes over there. Let's go see if we can entice them with a gold bar. Yeah, he's being harassed. Oh, forgot to wear gold. Remember, we talked about this. And that is why we're going to hide. See? That's why I have my little barrel, my safety barrel set up over there. Because I'm going to do that. Get some gravel from this homie. Where did he go? Did y'all scare him away? Y'all are jerks. That was a nice guy. Unless he came down here to fight me. I don't see him. Oh my goodness. What was that? Some kind of notification went off on my phone? Alright. And let's see. Do we got any homies up here? How did they... Oh, Enderman. Enderman just be leaving their junk. Yeah. Don't be leaving your crap everywhere. You know? Gotta clean up your room, sir. This isn't your mom's house. You know, you can't just leave your socks laying around everywhere. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, oh, I noticed there's no sound. There we go. I don't know, and y'all, if you want to comment down below and let me know, do you find the music in the background, do you find that disturbing? Do you find that, you know, is that, oh, I thought it was floating fire for a second. Do you find it disturbing? Does it help you concentrate and think, or is it just one of those things where you kind of tune it out? I tune it out. I tend to tune it out a little bit. So, did they kill him? I think they killed him. Alright. We do got to start expanding some of this base area. And the way how we're going to do that... There you go. The way we're going to do it, for the most part, is that we're going to... boots, really? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I hope you saw that, because I did. I know what that was. Should we stop everything to go do that? Ugh. I'm kind of inclined to say yes, right? I want it. Oh, but do I want it? Oh. We got one. I seen it. Let's keep him preoccupied for a little bit. Okay. What happened to my? There it is. Okay. He's trapped. Okay. Now, could I go and get a? I don't need a boat, right? This is why we leave a little bit here, so that we can do things like this. And we're gonna set up with a boat, right? Okay. Anyway, so got the happy guest, homie. We're gonna go ahead and soak them. I don't even have snow, so okay, there we go. Let's just stand up here and let's collect some of this junk that is in it. I didn't even think about that. This is actually, I think. Wait a second. He gives you iron nuggets, right? Doesn't actually give you iron bars. That's what I got from mining earlier. Does he have a crossbow? He does. I would have been better if he would have had if it would have been something, if he would have had a sword. But a crossbow, it's fine. But ender pearls, great way of getting ender pearls now. Great way of getting, you know, crying obsidian, regular obsidian. Not having to mine that junk. That's gonna help out. Fire resist potions. This is going to help a lot of things. So simple little thing is just getting a zombie or just a piglin inside here is going to help out in so many ways. Let's come down here. Soul sand, more obsidian, soul sand. I'm going to take all the blocks that I can get. And it won't be long, and we're going to have to be worrying about a more robust storage solution. So we're going to hang out here for just a second while he eats up the rest of that gold. More robust storage system. So we're definitely going to need a way of kind of. I'm not going to go out and say that I need a storage box for every single item in the game right now, but planning on making a storage system is like going to be on the to-do list. Figuring out a great way of getting those things is going to be important. I'm going to go back to the story that I was talking about earlier while we're sitting here waiting for me to get obliterated by Mr. Gastface over there. That hopefully doesn't kill us. He's going to. Okay, good. Oh, I thought that was a. Can you reach that? Oh, you can reach that. Let's see. Telling the story that I was talking about earlier. So my son comes up on Friday, right? And he's just like, Dad, I want to go watch the F1 movie. I had talked about wanting to watch it earlier this week, but it just didn't work out and being a good time to go and everything. So I was like, okay, backwards, I'm gonna take that. And so he came up to the shop right at 3 o'clock on Friday. We actually closed at 3. Got to go with him in the car. We went down to the movie theater. And it had actually been one of the ones that we had tried to work with advertising in pre-COVID. And it turns out that during COVID, all of the nightmare happened. Nobody could go to the movie theater. So I don't know if he's the owner, he's more than the manager, but he worked with us and he kept our ad running for, man, maybe 2-3 plus years. Great, honest guy, you know. I mean, there's no way he could have prevented COVID and keep the place open, you know, because they were shut down everywhere. So anyway, he comes back and we done? He comes back and gets us set up with going into. We're gonna put some of the stuff back. I don't need any more of those. We're gonna keep those back up here. Leather we're good with. I think everything else is coming at soul speed too. You know, there's better, but I mean, so we eventually we go up there and he's just super friendly, nice guy, and he's just so apologetic about the entire situation. It's like I said, it's not in his control. We went up there and finally got to sit down. I love nachos, man. So I get a big old plate of nachos. Excuse me. Get a big old plate of nachos, right? And I'm sitting there, and I thought, man, I want some popcorn and nachos and a Coke. It's me and my boy. This is guys' day. That's what I do. So I go out, go get my nachos, go get my big Coke, go get my big bucket of popcorn. I sit down, start horking my nachos out, jalapenos on top of them. Unfortunately, I think we got there right as they opened, and the cheese wasn't hot. I ain't gonna complain. So I'm sitting there just eating my nachos, got some chili on it, got some jalapeno peppers on it, loving it, you know. I go to reach over, right, to grab my drink. My elbow hits the popcorn. Popcorn dumps all over the floor. And the first thing I was thinking in my head, chicken junkie. I was like, oh my god. So it's just one of those issues. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so silly. Like, I'm so sorry, but I'm an idiot, and I spilt my popcorn all over the floor. She's like, oh no, don't worry. She was super nice. Don't worry, it happens. I was like, I know it happens. I didn't want to be that guy, you know. Put that over here. I didn't want to be that guy, you know, that just leaves his popcorn on the floor. And she assured me, she's no worries. It's not a big deal. So, you know, this is actually a good point to point out that now I can put this inside there. That is actually a useful thing. If all I have is 5, I don't want to waste a bucket of lava on 5. So, anyway, so she assures me it's okay. It's not the end of the world, and I apologize. And it wasn't too long after that she was just nice and friendly, and went back to the movie theater. So we ended up watching the movie F1. Right? It was a really good show. You know, I enjoyed it. I thought I didn't know what I was thinking when we went to go watch this. These are gonna go. What am I gonna do with these? Can I do this? Yeah, might as well get an iron nugget out of it. Speaking of iron nuggets, there we go. That's 39 iron nuggets from our trading. Anyway, so we're watching the movie. It's got some booger scenes inside there, so you know, it's not like I avoid those kinds of things. It's just I don't want to be in a movie theater with my son while people are bumping uglies. I don't know why. I'm weird like that, but it just kind of seemed kind of weird. Did I? Hold up. Okay, so it's not the end of the world if I did do that. Did I break? I think I did. No. Okay, it's still there. I thought I broke that. Hey, Mr. Zombie. Hello. How's it going? You doing good today? He'll end up being a nitwit. So, alright. Man, we are tearing through the food. More ender pearls. Let's put those up. We got 10. Alright. Put our gravel up. You know, that's one good thing about the Zombert farm. You get plenty of iron. Or you get plenty of those things. We're just going to see this over here. Yeah, I have to have an overflow. We can unenchant this soul speed book. Because I really don't care about having soul speed 2. And get a little bit of jingle. Put this inside here in case we want to try and do that next. We are so close to level 30, which is kind of what I want to be at. So let's see if we breed up the cows, if that is going to push us over the limit. I have a feeling that we're dangerously close. Dangerously. I miss having my XP farm in Motherworld. It was so convenient, just walking up to it and just going bananas, going ham, and having more XP than I know what to do with. There we go. Perfect. That was weird. So let's see. Alright. We got 30 levels. Plenty of lapis. We're going to combine that and that once we get an anvil, which I'll put the anvil inside here. We got boots. A helmet wouldn't be bad. Shovel would be good if I can get silk touch on a shovel. I don't think I can get silk touch on a shovel, to be honest with you. A better sword. I think a better sword is what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna lie. I would have preferred something else. And efficiency on a shovel in the beginning is not like so important to me. Protection 3 is not that great. Power 3. Okay. Well, power 3 on a bow with potential to get more. That'll make those ghasts a one shot, and I have only 6 arrows. Hey, that's a great bow. Look, power 3, punch 1, unbreaking 3. Heck yeah. So we are getting more geared up every second. Alright. So we put a lapis back up there. Doing great. Let's see. Got some raw beef we can cook. Got some leather from the trader. We got plenty of arrows now because of our trading with the piglins. Gold came in clutch. Could probably take a whole stack of this beef now. Leave that here. Put that up there because why not use the lava farm over here? This is gonna go back in there. I need to make an iron frame for that. That's what I need to do. So it kind of reminds me. All right, so got an iron nugget for our troubles on that. 64 beef there, 64 beef there. Let's grab 2 lava buckets. There we go. Boom. And boom. And so with that, right, that is going to give us food for quite some time. Okay? You're not going to have to be worrying about that for a little while. See, in that one little iron farm, we got plenty right now. Okay? It's all coming together. Our little world, man, is becoming so much more efficient. You know, being able to navigate easier. Yeah, hitting up with the helmet is going to be pretty important too. So being able to navigate easier, being able to traverse the nether without freaking out about every nook and cranny that's going to caliphomicate us. So just getting even closer. All right, let's put this leather up over here. So we do want to go ahead and saddle up a strider, right? We want to ride around. Do we want to do it in our best gear? Y'all already know what I'm gonna say, but what do you think? Do you think I should do it in my best gear? We got plenty of, we got a little bit, so we can start some blocks and stairs. We got a couple of tiles already. Getting some of this. We got some building to go on. Let's put our jacket on. Okay. Yeah, because that's gonna be important. You know what? No, let's not put the jacket on. Let's put the booties on. There we go. Fire protection. That's important. This will go back in the box. We're gonna clean up some of the nether. Let's do this dude, right? I don't want that low. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna need some snowballs. He's gonna take quite a long time to be ready. He's got to cook for a while. Okay, I could have put him in here. I don't know why I didn't. He's gonna take a little while to cook. Okay, so while he's cooking, we should just go ahead and make plans that we're gonna have to go get some snowballs. Right? Got my shovel. That's good. Let's put together this. I got my to-go bed. Okay. Yeah, 11 torches, not bad. Let's get a couple more. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Just something, you know, rather than just nothing. Put our dirt up. All right. And since we're gonna be hunting down snow, I'm gonna pass on doing this right now. It is gonna happen, right? I'm being a slob. Don't be a slob, okay? Put your stuff up where it belongs. It will make so much more sense to you when you get ready to use it or find it. So, we need to find some snows. Snow, my guys. Snow. Let's, I'll tell you what. Look, I just got through saying we're going to do that, but we're not. I'm not going to go back in the nether just to put the jacket up. Okay. Good. So let's go find some snow. I want to feed. I've got a water bottle too. Thank you. I was thirsty. Okay. So let's do that now. Let's go hunt down. We're going to go back to the west. If I remember right, we were in some cold there. We passed some cold ocean, or some colder biomes. If I remember seeing the hairy pigs. We get out there. I got my shovel. Get a couple. If I can just, we'll make a snowman farm. I don't think we're in a hot environment. I don't know off the top of my head. We'll gather plenty of snow just in case. We got pumpkins. I got shears. Look, bye turtle. Sup? So we're gonna continue down this path. Let's see if we can't find a little bit of snow. I think I'll go this way. Yeah, that goes to a dead end. And we're gonna keep going west as we get past here. You know, I haven't really done a lot of exploring in this world. I really haven't. I went out here to go find the jungle biome, and I was just gonna row around, and by complete randomness, I ended up finding the jungle biome. Yeah, I think we're starting to get into cooler temperatures over here, where we gotta find the snow, and ended up finding the jungle biome, and it was pretty awesome. You know, being able to get the bamboo, because that's one of my favorite ways of getting wood is through the bamboo. Yeah, there's some, look, we're getting up there. I bet, let's, last time I turned back this way. Okay, so this time, in fact, is that snow right in front of us? No, it is the cooler temperature biomes over here. Ooh, I don't see any snow. I don't see any snow. Does a river follow this way though? Let's just keep going this way. Last time I got caught up doing the other way. We never know what we're gonna find. You know? This is adventure time. And so that's kind of one of the things I was talking about. You know, if I pull up chunk base, I'll be able to just go directly to where the snow is, right? But I don't want to do that. I kind of want to explore my world. You know, I think this is one of the great things. You know, when you see Pixel Riffs and all those guys doing this stuff, I admire them for the fact that they don't just, they do explore, you know. I'm in an ocean all of a sudden. Wait a second, did I go this way? I might have went this way, because I did go this way, because there's the shipwreck I tore up. So I thought I went the other way. Turns out I didn't. Got all kinds of turned around. But we're going to continue going this way. Who knows? I did get some kelp. That was one of the things that I meant to get, and I did get, and I'm happy to have it. And now we're got some kelp. I like putting together a good kelp farm. Kelp is one of those other fuels. Okay, so lava will take me so far, but lava, unfortunately, there's a lot of manual labor that goes into making lava farms, right? You got to get the buckets. You got to pull the lava out. You got to put the lava in the things, you know. A good kelp farm with the crafter, you ain't got to worry about that. Oh, here we go. Yes. So, we got some ice. That's awesome. Good to know that I have some ice over here. One stem. Okay. Hey, one stem. Sometimes you don't need much, right? Sometimes it's not a lot you have to have. Sometimes it's just one. We don't need a lot of snow. But at the same time, this stuff, look at that. We don't need a lot of snow, but a little bit of snow goes a long way. Alright. That's actually more than enough snow right there. Do I want to go for a full inventory? No, I don't want to go for a full inventory. If I had silk touch on something, I would be getting me some ice too, because that very helpful, especially in moving items. You know, we hadn't ran across a village yet, which is fine. We got to back up. We got Zombert back there at the base. Zombert. Regardless if I found a village or not, we got to save Zombert. Man, he's not feeling good. He looks a little green. I think he ate some bad fish or something. I don't know what's going on with Zombert, but he apparently looks like he needs to see a doctor. In fact, I think that's the achievement, is somebody call a doctor. So we're gonna get that achievement. It might just be a hot second before it happens, but the fish now, man, these fish are humongous. Back to the movie. Keep going off. I mean, we're just chilling right now. So we're at the movie theater. They got some Bumpin' Uglies things in there. Whatever. It's not like gratuitous, right? But the actor is Brad Pitt, and he does a phenomenal job. I'm so happy that I went and watched that movie. I had no idea what the movie was really going to be about. I knew it was about racing, but I didn't know like the details of like what kind of racing. I knew it was F1 racing, but how do I say that? I went down that last time and said that. It was like what the plot of the movie was going to be. I didn't have an idea what the plot was going to be. I think my son knew, but he didn't really just let on that he knew. So when we got there and we were watching the movie and everything, I kind of went in blind. I had no idea what the movie was going to be other than it being about race. And it turned out to be a really good show. I enjoyed it. It's kind of like I don't want to spoil a lot of it, but it's like he's not so much as a retired racer, but has been. And stayed up really late last night, excuse me. So he's kind of a has-been, right? And everyone's kind of discounted him and kind of counted him off, and they don't think he's going to be a good racer and something like that. Well, his good buddy believes in him, you know, and gives him an opportunity to come back to do real F1 racing. And I admired the movie because it's about a guy who he's not out there to prove anything to anybody else, right? And I think that I enjoy those kinds of movies, especially with my sons, especially when they get, you know, has a good moral to the story. When it has a good moral to the story, it makes the movie even that much better, especially when I'm with my kids. He's 20 years old, right? I don't think morals to the movies are going to matter that much to him as it did whenever he was younger, but I think morals do matter in movies, you know, like, or the messaging matters, right? So that's kind of I love that mountain. Check that out. Second base. Anyway, that was a good part of the show, essentially, is being able to kind of catch that on and be a part of that and have that good moral. It's that he wasn't trying to prove to everybody else what a phenomenal racer he was. He was trying to prove to himself that he could do it, that he could do this and do that, and he could be that. And he was never racing. There's my turtle friend. He was never really truly racing the other people on the track. You know, I'm not going to ruin the rest of the story because I mean, there's nobody on stream right now. But if you're watching this in a live view, hopefully I don't ruin it for you. But he was never really racing anybody on the track. He was always racing himself. And I find that to be so inspiring. You know, I'm a religious person. I'm a Christian. Believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And too many times we find ourselves always trying to hold ourselves accountable to what somebody else is, right? Or what somebody else is doing, or what somebody else is up to, right? And in reality, we don't need to be worried about those things. We need to be comparing ourselves to the Almighty, because that's truly the way how we need to hold ourselves accountable. We got 16 blocks there. I don't want to. Okay. That's plenty. I don't waste too many of these little boogers. So I don't honestly know how many it's gonna take to get them to grow up. I have no clue. So we're gonna play it by ear, and we're gonna guess. One good thing, okay, about Junglewood. One good thing. Because I don't really use it that much, right? It goes a long way, right? It does go a long way. That was a great trip. Oh, little particles. We're gonna set up a temporary barrel for them. Right there. We're gonna get a pumpkin. Right there. Come in here and let's sleep. Let's go ahead and make us a snow farm, so we ain't got to worry about going and traveling to get snow anymore. Snow farms are great, but they eat shovels. So typically, if I do a stone farm or a snow farm, I'm going to be using stone shovels. Even though it might not be as efficient, or it's not going to be as efficient, I'm going to use stone shovels, just because I don't want to waste the durability on a nice shovel. And if I haven't said it before, this is not going to be my forever base. Okay? This is a temporary, to me, even earlier than day one starter base. Okay? Nothing wrong with this base. I mean, I love it. We're going to give him something nice to stand on. I'm not going to make him stand on that. I love it. Oh, he's going to love some cold stone. That's what he wants. He wants that cold stone floor. There we go. We're going to put him right there. Okay, and there, 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 there. Okay. Perfect. Now, we're going to have the... He's going to want that nice cold stone floor. I can guarantee you. Okay, we're gonna put him right there, right? And we want to be able to see him. You know, we're not gonna make him no torches, right? Now let's do this. Let's I guess we could have just went ahead and done this. Okay, and get our pumpkin out. We got some shears. We don't. We do now. No! I don't think snowballs help. Okay? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, you invite people over. You invite them over, and this is the way how they treat the place. I apologize. He was very rude, okay? I was just like, what is the thing doing? And I don't believe snowballs hurt them. Well, it might, but I don't believe that hurt them. Base. Yes, this is not going to be my forever base because okay. Alright, there we go. Plenty of snowballs if I ever need. I'm still kind of dumbfounded. I was just sitting there watching them just murderficate my... I'm so sorry. Look. I'm so sorry. I'm apologizing, okay? You're a guest in our home for now, and you shouldn't have had to do that. I apologize. Please, okay? I'm sorry. Like, when it was happening, I was like thinking in my head, like I couldn't think fast enough. It's like, what the hell's wrong? Excuse me. What is wrong with my Zombert, right? But you know what? I like having my stuff. Get my stuff. So let's it's just like, what is wrong with him? Why is he being mean to the zombie? Oh gosh. That's so silly. So silly. Okay. Close that. 20 minutes, I think, is what it takes for these little dudes to grow up. So, don't need to be in a humongous hurry or anything like that. Did I keep those shears? I did. So, we're going to use those shears over here to go grab some wax. But you know what I mean? It's just like my brain wasn't thinking fast enough. Like, why? Why are they being ugly to one another? You know? Why? Are we... How much does it make a bee? It's not a nest. It is a bee nest. I should have got. Gotta make a harness too. Or gotta make a flat suit and all that stuff. Yeah, we need to check that out. I thought it was a bee nest. It is. So I think if I had to craft this on my own, I think it goes like that. Yes. You know, it's not like I'm just sitting here freaking out because I don't have enough to do. But we should go ahead and set up another bee nest. It probably wouldn't hurt for us to maybe have more than one. Just because oak log, yeah, oak log good. Charcoal, enough charcoal good, and some sticks. So, but no, it probably wouldn't hurt for us to have some couple more hives. Two's good, you know. We'll breed them up a little bit, and that way they can have a nice place to hang out and stay. Technically, right now we don't really have. Yeah, there we go. And we're just gonna set this up right here, and we'll put our first beehive right here. So we'll put another one beside it whenever we finally do. We'll have to get some. Oh, we got the shear. We had left shears here. We'll have to wait till the bees come out. We'll breed a couple of them up. I think I have some more roses that I could do. I mean, and they'll stay around here. So, no, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has had those moments like that where their brain just stopped working. And I was just sitting there staring at the zombie pelting my snowman with hate and vengefulness. And I'm sitting here appearing to be listening. You should grow faster. Look, rain good. We'll feed him plenty of those. Let's do the harness thing. We need to. What do we need? We need black dye. I think we got. What? Okay, that's great. But like the harness itself. Brown, red, cyan. I don't know how to make a harness. Oh, here we go. We got leather, glass, wool. I mean, we got this. Leather, glass, and wool. Let's go ahead and get one of those ready. So, I'm sitting here thinking, I've been watching some other streamers like talk about this, and it just wasn't one of those things that's like on my radar. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to play with what's it called? The guy, you know, the happy gas. But at the same time, it's like everybody else is chilling, having a great time doing it. I think we're gonna need a fence post and some leads too. It's a great thing we got some string. So let's go ahead and set up. Yeah, got this. So we got the harness now. We have a lead. Got that now. Let's go ahead and set up a fence because we're gonna need to tie them up to something. I refuse. Night? No, not night. I refuse to lose that. Oh, it gives you 2 harnesses. It's actually really good. I have yet to see a wandering trader in my world yet, which I don't know if actually is like a curse or a bad thing, to be honest with you, because I'm just not like a guy that's like, oh my gosh, you gotta have a wandering trader. But at the same time, it's like, it's just odd. I mean, they could be spawning all up on above me on the ledge or on the mountains, but I just hadn't seen them yet. So they're around. I know they'll be around. Let's go ahead and do that. We want. What was that? I heard something. We want. Yeah, then more sticks. Yeah. 3 fence posts. That's fine. We'll just set up a little fence post, outpost, and we'll go from there. So smooth stone slab. We don't need that right now because he's good. There we go. So we got our harness. That's how you get rid of the harness, I suppose. I think it's what I've watched everybody on stream do. So I mean, if you've seen this a bajillion times, I'm glad. I have not personally witnessed this yet. How to use the happy gas. I know you put him in water. That's what I know. And he has different phases of happiness. I don't know if you want to call it that. Let's take a look. I'll break out this block right here. Okay, and it looks he's happy. So we've been doing something for a little while, so I can see his face. His face is happy right now. So if I'm right, this is actually the stage right before they launch. I don't know what you want to call it. Before they fly or take flight, we're gonna feed them a whole bunch of snowballs, and then we got to set up a place to, I guess, hitch them. Right, I think is the right word. So we'll hitch them to this. It's actually kind of like that. Our hitching posts, so to speak, will be on here. Completely by random chance that we get a happy gas. It was usually you have to go to what is it, the Soul Sand Valley, and you got to find them sitting around out there. But I'm not complaining. And the number one reason why I'm not complaining is because getting up there is kind of a pain, right? And if it can make my life just a little easier. Plus, you know, here's something to kind of think about, right? One thing that I feel like Minecraft is as awesome as this game is, right? One thing I feel like Minecraft, we'll keep an eye on, that could always do a little better, right, is in animation, right? In movement, in it. Now, I realize that the Happy Gas, we have entities that move, like cows and sheep and chickens and stuff like that. You know, that dried gas right there, it's good. We have stuff like that, but what I'm more talking about is things like, you know, like Mumbo made that fan. We talked about that earlier. He made that the flippy fan, and that kind of movement and art is so underrated, right? And there's just not a lot of action. There's not a lot of life. There's not a lot of life happening aside from, you know, pistons firing and stuff like that. So putting the particles inside here, having a happy glass floating around with a setup. What color is my gas here? White. Well, we'll just leave it white, you know. But doing these things like that just makes the world feel more alive, lived in. If that makes any sense. I don't know how long I want to hang out here. I think, if memory serves correctly, the Happy Gas will actually. They finally grew up. Of course, those are the ones that I washed away. So yeah, the Happy Gas, they will move that over there. I don't know why that matters, but I just had to do that. Let's check out. Let's see if we got any bones. I think we do got some bones. Let's see here. We do. We got a bone here. That should give us plenty. Give us one. We got to have at least a couple. So let's do that. Get some bone meal. here. Plenty. There we go. We should have plenty there. Oh, there he is. Look. Look. Happy Gast. He's there. Oh, my little buddy. Where you going, buddy? Look at that. The sounds he makes. Oh. I don't want to punch him. I don't think you can punch him like that. Eat up. Eat up, my guy. Eat up. Oh! No, come back. Come back. Excuse me, sir. Sir. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. It looks so weird. I'm happy. But it does. Look, you want some snowballs, my guy? You want some snowballs? Please? Please come back. Is he leaving me forever? Supposedly, because he's grown up here, he's not going to go crazy away. But he does seem to be venturing off. Please, my guy. There we go. Oh, I was like getting kind of spazzed out for a second because, man, you were booking it, you know? Oh! Oh! Down. Okay. 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 Yay! 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 That is so cool. Okay. We're in flight mode. Shift dismounts. Okay, if you want to go down, you just push forward, right? It is, so it's kind of slow, not gonna lie. Did I bring the lead? Okay, so, okay, this is interesting. All right, I'm looking down, right? Okay. Now I can stand on him. Right? I can walk around. Attach him here. I'll pull him over here. Yeah, he's following me. There we go. And there he goes. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't know why that brings me happiness. I actually thought it was kind of stupid when I first started seeing these things. And Exuma played a prank on all the hermits, right? And he had, I don't know how many. If you haven't watched that Hermitcraft episode, the reaction from people. Anyway, Exuma had a few, we'll just leave it at that, of these scattered throughout Hermit Town. And while they were scattered throughout Hermittown, it was just it's like a parade of weird little gas balloons, man. They were everywhere, right? And yeah, that is a different way to transverse places. I'm not sure. What do you think? The dog's like, I'm staying inside. I ain't going out. There's big weird guys out there, big white balloon things. I mean, I could make a nether portal and put them through that. But I bet they would get obliterated pretty quickly by gas themselves. I don't know. I don't want to find out. He's precious to me right now, okay? It's my precious. We're going to we're gonna set him up, man. I mean, you can feed him snowballs. We'll leave a lead there. We'll leave this there so that if we ever go somewhere, we can carry with us a ghast, I guess. All right, man. We got a ghast. That's just going to be glass box until I get silk touch. So, all right. Whoa. That's so weird, dudes. That's just odd. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it wasn't on my list of to-dos today. That is for sure. 2. Of course I'm going to get, oh, I got 3. Okay, so do I see any bees? Bees! Thinking bee. I know you're here because there's honey in the thingy-doochie. I don't see him anywhere around. Let's go do that. Let's go do this. Let's go put this up. Oh, there we go. Boom, boom. Alright. So y'all make another bee. Put them over here. We are going to set up another. And see that it's just movement. There's movement in my base now because of this. And so I'm not opposed to that because of that one reason right there. The movement, the alive. It feels more alive inside there. That is one thing that I do have to say, like with the new mods. I'll let a little bit more. Yeah. Making progress for sure on getting plenty of that stuff. I don't know what I was checking for. But the movement in my base now, it's going to make it feel a whole lot more pleasant to be in, to be around. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to see that stuff brings a little life to it. That's one of the things I was talking about, like the hermits with their armor stand mod thing that they got. That does the fact that you can kind of be walking through the base and you can see like people doing different things and stuff like that. That kind of stuff right there goes a long way, especially like whenever you've been playing for quite a long time. You kind of get, I'm not gonna say bored. That's not the right word. It can get old, so to speak. Okay. And I don't even really mean old. You know what? If I had 4 of these like in a row, I'd get 1 honey block every single time just from the glass bottles. That's the goal right there. So when I come back, we should be able to get enough to make 4 campfires, 4 of these. We'll fill them up full of bees and we'll have a little bee sanctuary right over here. But yeah. You know, it's been a very quiet stream today. Anybody who's been lurking, I appreciate you so much. You mean the world to me on doing this stuff for sure. Did I leave shears? I bet I left those shears. I should have took those with me. We'll put these shears in here. Alright. So, in the meantime, so many things to do. We got to get Zombert cured. Okay, in order to get Zombert cured, right, we need to go transverse. Yes, Somber. We need to transverse the nether. Got my goldy boots on. And we were going to set up a pathway down to the lava pool. And that pathway, we wanted to kind of clean it up and make it look a little bit more hospitable for our journey down. So that's what we're up against now. We're going to go ahead and start that process. Okay. And I still, as far as like exiting this area, did I miss a memo? Holy guacamole. You know, we're going to take advantage of this. We are. We got some blocks. Ooh, you know, wait a second. 1, 2. Yes. We have an Enderman farm. You know, almost as good as an Enderman farm. You know, I never thought about doing this, like, in this kind of area. Because I always thought that this would be kind of dumb. But hey, it's working. Look at all those piglins over there, man. It's actually pretty dang good. If I can get out here. Come over here. Any more? Trying to be silly. That's what you are. Okay, so whenever I was talking about wanting to make an XP farm, this wasn't exactly the kind of XP farm that I had in mind, but I'm going to take it. But that's... Okay. That might not be a bad idea. Okay. Why not? Make sure there's nobody up here. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm good. It just... why not? 3 ender pearls? Hey. That doesn't bother me at all. Let's see if we can get a guest here. Did you see that shot? Yeah, I'm wearing boots though. Did you see that shot? That was a fantastic shot. I don't know if there's a guest here down there or not. Let's see if I can walk around. I can go down the side and walk down there. Hence why we're doing this. Nah. Can't do that now. Alright, so let's go back to what we were working on. Okay. We're gonna use some stairs. Stairs I had right there. Alright. Why did I not bring... I didn't. Why didn't I? It's go. And that would be a good thing to keep inside there as we kind of progress, is putting some iron inside there. Iron's just one of those things you're going to end up using, and you can't find any in there. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Put that there. We'll get some of these stairs. That there. We're gonna get some of these stairs. That there. Excuse me. Hi. Some of these stairs. Put that there. Any other stairs? Yeah. Oh, we got the same ones. Oh well. It'll be fine. This will give us plenty of stairs to get up and down. Yeah. We want it to be spawn. We want it to be easily to access, because yeah, we'll get an Elytra eventually. I mean, I don't doubt that, but until then, we're gonna be walking up and down. I don't want to have to be jumping. Jumping is for nerds, man. Yeah, we're gonna put some walls up too. We're gonna definitely stick some walls up. Oh gosh, how silly is that? You know, I don't know how much like doing this stuff like makes a humongous difference, but it makes me feel better, right? When I see like the gradients and I don't know, the different textures whenever I'm traversing places, I like it a lot more, you know? Yeah. Whether or not it communicates well in like what I'm working on as far as like this stuff, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know if this like looks good. We're gonna end up dying to this. So we might as well just go ahead and put one right there. There we go. But it does. It helps me take more pride in the world as well too. You know. Let's go ahead and change this up now. Let's do no. Take that one out, and I'm gonna put. Is it polished? These are polished. There we go. Perfect. No. There we go. Yes, I like it. Have any other stairs? That one right there. Oh yeah. Get rid of this block right here. Another stair right there. Yes. So much cleaner. Got a little platform right there. Another stair here. And there. And there. Oh, looks way more grand coming inside here. Okay, so let's get back and let's put some blocks inside here. So we're gonna do this and this and this and that. There we go. You know, I feel like this needs somewhat of a pattern. I'm not a huge fan of patterns, but 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then we're gonna go right around. Right? Boom, boom, boom. And put a pattern there. Yeah. Something like that. I'm liking it. In fact, ooh, I want to actually just do that right there. Go. Got a little landing area. Perfect. And we're going to do the same thing here. So, you know, long term, for sure, we're going to want to do even more. Ooh, we haven't been using any of these. Let's put some of these inside here. Put another one of those right there. Okay, feel good about that. All right. Now we're gonna put this. I'm gonna put. We have any other blocks? Yeah, we do, as a matter of fact. Let's use one of those as well too. Kind of darker. Yeah. This would be a great place to put. Oh, these are tough bricks. That's why I like it so much. Good. You better not steal that tough brick, man. Okay, so boom, boom. Yeah. We're gonna do another one right after it. Yeah, it feels good. I like that so far. This has just been a fantastic day, kind of just chilling out. I appreciate you guys lurking around here and just hanging out with me. It means the world. Let's see. Ooh, this one kind of doesn't make sense, so we're gonna stop that one right there. But yeah, I feel good about that. I want this. We need this to kind of be more of a retaining wall, right? So let's go ahead and put some deep slate tile walls down. Yeah, there we go. Gotta have the guardrails for the kiddos. You know, we don't want them falling. Okay. Oh yeah. Love it. Now, we want a little bit of a landing platform inside here. So let's put some of these inside here. Another one right there, and let's put boom, boom, and ooh, can't forget some of these walls. Yeah, kind of give it kind of a little. Oh yes, yes, I love that. That looks good. We'll tie that in with this over here. Kind of the same vibe, kind of happening over here. Let's start off with these little textures right here. And that, like that lava pool. I want to keep that lava pool. That adds so much character to what we got going on right now. So put that there. We'll put some of this around here. Loving it, loving it. And sure enough, boom, 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 boom. And are we out? We got some of this. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So we kind of got a little landing pad right here, so it keeps us from just falling right straight off. We're gonna put some torches down. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of a weird little juke right here. So, but it does keep us. I kind of feel like that's too top. So, yeah, we can keep that right there. Yeah. So it kind of gives a little landing area right here, and then we're gonna fall over here in this one. And I'm still not liking that. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, we've got this little landing area where we come down here, we turn, and we go down here, and then we still gotta make another one down there. So the goal is that we're just making this little staircase that's coming right up here to our base, or our entrance and exits inside here. And we just want to give ourselves some safe space. We need safe space. This is the Nether, you know, it's some safe space. Why did I not? I should just bring the stone cutter with me. We should just get the stone cutter. Should. Yeah, I think so. Nighttime! I ain't too scared. We got diamond armor, baby. So this whole time, the whole point, go to the Nether and go to a Nether fortress. And I'm spending the entire time trying to figure out how to get to lava. Down to the back. I could have just dug down there. I'm a coward, okay? Not a fan of traversing the Nether in anything without a light. So I'm doing everything I can to avoid it at this possible time. But that's okay. I'm having fun, you know? And I'm gonna get there. We're gonna have a good time. So one of the things, this I want to take a look at. So we're still sitting around here. Sorry, thanks for giving me just a second. Still sitting around here. Got my happy stuff going here. You know, the world is really just kind of coming together. I'm loving it so much. So let's continue on this quest. We're gonna go get this. We're doing okay on some of the stuff right now, but it won't be long, and we'll be looking for more. I have a feeling. Stonecutter. Wait, I have that. What am I? That I have stone. Is it stone? I forget. Did that last time. Oh, I have it. Yeah. We're gonna build with this. You know, putting some stone inside here probably wouldn't hurt, to be honest with you. Let's take a little half stack of some stone. We'll take some cobblestone and maybe a couple of stairs. It'll give it kind of it'll have a look. You know, and as a matter of fact, we want to take a little bit of gravel? Let's take some gravel with us. Yeah. It'll give us it's going to give it a unique look inside there. So that's kind of what we want. We want to live in this world, right? We don't want to just reside in some places. We want to live in this world. In the forever base, it will work with all this. So, yeah, I feel like that's a good little area. Yeah, we don't need this. Okay. So we did make it all the way down here. We were doing a little bit of this. Yeah. So let's continue with that. Okay. That's where I needed some more walls. Right. I'm catching up. So what kind of walls do we want? We want... Yeah, let's get some of these walls. We have yet to use deep slate walls. Oh, well maybe we have, and I just didn't notice it. Yeah, we did. Alright, yeah. That looks good. Yes, I'm happy. Now over here, I'm going to pop over these blocks. Let's put one of these here. Do another one there. You know, why not there? And we're going to do the same thing there. One of those. Use one of these. And we're going to tie that in. Yeah. We need some more of that. So let's put one of these inside there. Oh, I just did that, didn't I? I did. Well, we got some deep slate walls to put down now. So, it's okay. We got some deep slate walls. Excuse me, sir. Look, we have this nice podium coming all the way down. You know, that would be something that needs some support underneath here. So, let's give us some support. Yeah. Oh, that looks better. Okay. Why not? Okay. Kind of got a little bridge action going right here. So, if we did like that, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. It's coming together really nice. Okay, so we don't want to blow through the rest of this for sure, but let's talk about how we're going to get down. We need to be able to get down. How far are we going? We still got a long way. It abruptly ends over lava, which is great. So, do we start maybe? So I like this little set that we have right here. It's kind of ties in with what we got. If we just tied that down, and maybe when we hit this platform that's down here, you know, we hit this platform and then we start tunneling instead of sitting on top of the surface. Technically, we could start tunneling now. Is there anything out this way? Because the idea is that we need to get to this lava lakes, right? There's striders out here, or were. I don't know if there are still. But hopefully there's striders out here. We'll be able to transverse. Even if we have to bridge out over lava, we'll do that. It'll be a whole lot easier. You know what? I'm kind of digging this, staying with the terrain a little bit and just working around it. It would be so cool to have free cam right now, so I can see what that looks like from afar. I feel like this walkway is a little narrow right here. We can take some of this back if we need to. But it feels like just the flow feels like you would create like a little barrier and it would run down there, and then it would kind of dig in. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like that. Probably have to stay there, to be honest with you. There we go. We're gonna do like that, and we're gonna go down pretty quick. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Loving it. And then we go on to this. Perfect. So let's break out some stairs. So we got polished deep slate. We need some more stairs. Okay. Let's do this correctly. 2, 3, 4. So now, we have some deep slate. So let's get some cobble deep slate. Okay. Deep slate brick stairs. Okay. Deep slate tile stairs. We'll have extra of those. And polished deep slate stairs. We'll get some of those. Okay. This should be more than enough. Yeah. Well, at least get us a start. And so what I want to do is we're going to start from the bottom down here to where we're actually kind of eating into the ground. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Okay. Let's, yeah, let's start from right here. Let's do there, 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 pop, pop, pop. Yeah, we gotta do the impulse pop. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. Do here. I like it. It's kind of a crazy little hodgepodge. Okay. We'll skip that one. And here. Boom, boom. Skip. Boom. Boom, boom. Liking it so far. Gas alert. Part of this, you know, this is good because we are... Excuse you. What was that? Anyway. Part of this is good because it's kind of keeping me grounded as far as like what I want to do then. Now, we can use a little bit of this. We want to use it sparingly because this is really bright. But let's go ahead and pop some of this in just little dot some places. Yeah. Put that there. Perfect. Then we do have some stone, so we're gonna put some stone with it. Give it kind of an older look. There we go. Let's throw some stone inside here. Kind of give it a pathy look. Okay, and I want to try this. Okay, we're gonna do this right like that, and I don't want to use it anywhere else. Do I have any stone stairs? Nope, I do have some stone bricks, so we'll do this. Maybe it'll look like it's a little bit more like they ran out of building materials, you know. like that. Okay. Yeah. We might just want to do some of that up here as well too. Maybe just every great once in a while, right? Let's take that one out. Let's throw that in there. Yeah. Let's we hadn't got to this yet, so I think with that we're out of deep sleep. Yeah. Back to the mines. You know, I would never run out of deep slate in my other world. I have shulker boxes. Double chests of shulker boxes. Shulker boxes of deep slate. The crummy part is, though, right? I'll tell you what the crummy part is. Right? When I first started playing, right, in deep slate, I was just like mining it. I was going bananas, man. Just having fun, having a ball, mining deep slate, minding my own business. Everything's great in the world. Only problem was I was using my silk touch pickaxe. When it dawned, just deep slate. Can't do anything with that. I mean, you just can't. It's just. Blech. I was so upset with myself. But it happens. And we should still be sitting on that. Is that, it's flipped down? Yeah. See? Just keep putting it inside there. We need to go mine some deep slate, guys. That's what we're on right now. Look, almost got 16, got a stack coming up here pretty soon. Put axe up here. Let's check on our flowers, flower guys up here. Okay, 4, and I'm gonna need that shears that I left earlier. I put it over here. That's right. I think that's the thing that the ghast that just kind of dawned on me, right? So the ghast, it is not a transportation tool; it's a building tool, right? I'll keep them out here. Stay out. It is a transportation tool. Now here's the problem. There we go. It's a building tool, not a transportation tool, right? It's hard to realize that when you're doing it. So yeah, there's the baby bees. That's what I was worried about. So when they get close to you, I have a hard time distinguishing between the baby bees and the full-size bees. But yeah, once you realize that it's a transportation tool and not so much as it's a building tool, not a transportation tool. That's from what I've gathered, right? And it's especially helpful whenever you're working on builds underneath overhangs and such places like that. And in that regards, it is phenomenal. So that's going to give us one more. We're going to go ahead and make plans, right? We'll keep this over there, and we need 6 of these, right? So the next one that comes up, we'll just be able to. We'll keep a crafting table over there, and we'll put that over there with them, because that way I can be able to get, you know, one honey bottle or one harvest. I'll be able to pull all of these guys, and I got to. One harvest, and we'll have all 4 of these set up with bees eventually. So put that right there for now. Okay, so we'll have a crafting table there, 6 of these with a honey block on top of it. We got 2 more flowers that we got left over. Got some brown mushrooms. I do not know where those came from. Shears need to stay inside here. And do we have? I don't think we are growing any brown mushrooms, so there you go. Why not? Never know. We might end up with needing some suspicious stew or something. So no, I need to start thinking about like what I'm gonna like the lore of this world. You know, like what is going on, what's happening with it. That helps me stay motivated and stay ready to continue playing for long periods of times. Uh, how are we doing on max? I think we're. I mean, it's not red. We're gonna go down in mine until it is red. I got a stack of torches. Speaking of stairs, we'll probably go down some more. Let's take these boogers with us. Don't want to take the gravel with me right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grab a little bit more food. We got it. Perfect. Let's head on down the stairs. So yeah, I want to start thinking about like what this world is going to evolve and turn into. You know, what are the plans of this world? You know, is there any plans at all, or are we just in here creating hodgepodge craziness? I don't know. So that's something that I've always enjoyed kind of doing in some regards. I've never been great at discovering the lore. Right? It doesn't come natural to me. I usually have to force my way into it and have to decide like what is the purpose of these buildings, because I'll be honest with you, in the past I would collect blocks just for the sake of collecting blocks, just so I could collect blocks, and that's fine if that's your play style. That's been my play style. So but I want to do something a little bit different for this, for Twitch. And oh yay, we got made it to bedrock. All right, so we don't want to be at bedrock, to be honest with you. We want to go a little bit above. So if diamonds could spawn right here, right, and this is my way of thinking, if diamonds spawned right here, okay, a lot of times they'll spawn one block below and one block above. So if bedrock's right here, right, and a diamond spawns here, chances are it's bedrock because it took over that diamond. So I actually like going above that, right? This is the level, right? But if I'm mining, if I'm strip mining and I'm mining here, I'm going to be able to see this block because I'm on top of it. And if that block is the bottom half, it's going to go up there and there. So technically, that's where I'm going to mine. I'll be able to see this block, okay? And if it's a diamond right here, I'm just going to miss it. But this block, I'm 100% going to make. And so that is why we mine here. Okay, so we're going to take this stair out. Pop, pop. There we go. Now we start mining. So the way how I like to mine personally is I'm just going to go in a straight line and okay, and then we're going to put a torch down right there, and we're going to just keep doing this. Usually go about 3 or 4 torches. I keep worrying that when I see my pickaxe, I keep thinking that I'm seeing the particles from the warden stuff, from the shriekers and everything. Got some skeletons making noises, and I can't hear them, so I'm gonna turn my sound rate. So this kind of defeats the purpose, right? Let me do this. I want to turn pretzel down. There we go. We're going to turn pretzel down a little bit. I want to turn this up. Okay. There. So hopefully it doesn't get too quiet for you guys. But I want to be able to hear if I get close to these zombies, because I do like finding these things. Strip mining is not the most glorious thing in the whole world. Stream mining is not the most glorious thing in the whole world, but I find it kind of relaxing. And plus, I like building with this stuff, with deep slate ore. And so it's kind of a necessity, you know? It's kind of one of those things where if I'm going to get deep slate, I'm going to have to mine. If I'm going to mine deep slate, I might as well mine where I can find diamonds. And the only problem with mining deep slate ore this low is that a lot of times I also want iron. And iron is going to be something that you're not going to find inside here. So there we go. Always put the torches here. We got a little cave here. Let's take a look and see what we got. Whole lot of nothing. There we go. Got some redstone. Alright. Let's go ahead. We're also looking for levels. So levels will come with experience. Experience comes with levels, and whatever you want to say. Now, do I want to put a bucket out here and kind of check it out? Let's see. Never know what's going to be on the other side of these walls. Hopefully not wardens. Yeah, I don't see much anything I'm really too interested in. Really dark spots like that I'm going to cover up. This is the only bad thing with only bringing a stack or so of torches, is that you're not getting coal down here. So I should have came in with more coal. Should have came in with a stack of coal, actually. But I do feel way more confident with the gear that I got set up. In fact, I'm wearing my gold boots. I do feel a whole lot more confident with the setup, with the armor that I got going on right now. So with that being said, I'm still a one-shot for a warden. That's no chance. So if we see the deep dark, we are scooting booties. Not gonna hang around and talk to that guy. But anyway, I'm thinking like I've never really done like a theme so much for my world, right? I've always just, I mine because I like to mine. I build farms because I like the blocks. And I think this time I want to kind of do something different this time. Hey, this is a one-person vent, please. Excuse you. Totally rude. Okay. Anyway, which way do I want to go? I'm gonna go this way. But I've never really just thought about creating a build theme. That's one thing that I am very envious of the Hermits on, is that they have no problem kind of putting together a theme for that. See what I'm talking about? This is probably a bad example because I don't know what level we are on right now. But what level is this? This is, well, technically, okay, so you would have saw that diamond from this block, right? And so we are on 49. So we'll go back to our mine here in a minute and we'll see if we're still on 49. But that's something that I've just never been like a strong in wanting to do. Yes. Uh-oh. Was that an iron vein? An iron, what do they call that? Where there's just iron and iron and iron. That would be so good. I thought it was in granite is when they spawn those. I'm pretty sure they do it in granite. It might be, but this is tough. I'm almost positive that it doesn't do it in tough. It's either diorite or something like that. It's not. I don't think it's tough. Getting my hopes all up. Trying to find a reason to not have to make an iron farm, right? No, I love iron farm, but yeah, I've never been a person that I mean, I find joy in that stuff. The SMP life, who was it? Jimmy and all them with all their lore. I didn't, even though I didn't really watch a lot of that, it was something that I always found interesting. Did I just made a loop. I sure did. Alright, let's go back and hit that iron up. And as soon as we start using our Fortune 3 pickaxe, we probably will get even more iron out of this. So let's go back up here and let's get all this. Zombie bones. Yeah, I don't think it's not in tough. I was getting all excited because I saw it looked like veins were running through this. And even though that it is. Alright. Okay. So you don't see these right there. You don't see those unless it is an iron what did they call that? Iron I don't know. But here's what we're gonna do. First things first. Control F3. We are going to get these cords down, right? Because that's going to be number one. So iron vein is going to be 133, 51 minus 51, and 363. Now, here's what's super cool. I'm going to leave this block right here, right? Because this tells me that this is an iron. The iron ore vein, right? And what's awesome is that I'm going to come back to this coordinate right here, right? But I'm going to try and see if I can't do it in the overworld, and we're going to try and see if we can't find a better way of getting down and up here quickly or faster. So let's find our way out of this maze, this labyrinth. It's not going to be that way. Could be this way. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. We're following the right way. Yep. Lots of zombie moaning and groaning. Still doing it because the torches are on the correct side for us to get back to where we're trying to find. And something tells me, okay, we'll go this way. Okay, feels like, there we go. We went around this way. Nope. Nope. Am I missing something? I am missing something. There we go. And even though this is the right way, or the wrong side, I feel like this was the correct way we were going. Something like that. We're going down this way, so yeah, we're always going with the torches on that side. So keep backtracking just a second. That's what usually happens to me in these mazes, man. They just... Okay, we'll go there. So I wouldn't have put a torch on the back side of that. Right? I'll put a torch there. Yeah. I'm coming up at this point on my way down. Okay, that is on that side. Okay. This is on that side. Let's do this. Okay. Is there anything above me? That's back on that side. That's back on that side. Bruh. I remember finding this first. You know? There we go. Let's go back to the overworld. We're going to find out where that coordinate is, and we're going to start digging down. Digging down. Because we do need the iron. once we get and there's going to be more than plenty of iron inside there for us to build plenty of hoppers, start farms, set up kind of more beginner-based farms. You know, that's what we're really doing more than anything else. We're not really setting up what I would consider like long-term farms or sustainable farms that's going to keep us moving for a long period of time. You know what we're going to do? Let's drop this off first. Get some tub. Get some more of these blocks. We're going to leave this over here. Boom, boom. Look, it is just flowing with diamonds right now. Okay. And that inside there. Oh, we can't even hold our diamonds now. Can't even hold them. There you go. Diamond pouch right there. Let's go ahead and make some more redstone blocks. We're actually not doing too shabby on redstone, as a matter of fact. So I mean, it's really nice. Usually, I don't find this much redstone to start off with. All right. So, do we want to use the happy gas to try to find this? It's really not a transportation thing. It's a terrain thing, because it might be difficult to find. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Today has been an amazing stream, right? We have transversed the nether. We have traded with the piglin, got aghast. Man, look at this dude. Made some significant progress on our bee farm, you know. Got our nether where we can access it without dying immediately once we enter it. And plus that, I think I've streamed for over 16 hours these past 3 days. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. My boys, I love them to death, and I'm ready to see them. My wife should be on her way home from Arkansas, so do me a favor. Okay, if you're watching this sometime in the future, drop me a follow, subscribe, say hi, put a comment down there, tell me anything. I'd appreciate it, because this is bringing me so much joy and happiness. I hope you're finding it enjoyable as well too. And if you do, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to hear if this is making your day brighter. I'd love to hear if there's anything that I could do that you think that I missed out on in this world. Do not tell me I missed some diamonds, because I got every one of those diamonds, man. Got every one of them. I'm a professional Minecraft player. We wanted to check something. I wanted to check. Kids asked me last night. Animals bred, that's good. Barrels opened. We want to do deaths. Is it player kills? None yet. Oh, and then the other question that I was asked by the kiddos was, what day am I on? How do I find that out? I'm looking at they said look at the debug screen. Minecraft, vanilla, fancy, GPU integrated. Use client, PC, P, chunks. I know chunks, XYZ block chunk, facing east, kind of like, I don't know. If you can see, day, there we go, day 68. Look, all I'm saying, right, is that I realize, like, there's other YouTube players out there. That's what I tell my boys last time. I know there's other YouTubes out there. It's like day 100 and it's defeating the Ender Dragon, or they, you know, day 10 they defeat the Ender Dragon. So like, that's not what we're doing here. We're here. It's not a forever world. Don't get me wrong. We're here having a good time. We're here to build some fun stuff. I'm here to challenge myself and do things that I've never done before, like making happy gas. Making happy gas. Happy gas. Happy. All right. So my name is Seth, right? And it's been my awesome pleasure to be with you today. The channel is called Better Together with Seth. I'm having a lot of fun. If you check it out on Twitch, I'm actually put together a whole page. Check this out. Let me Let me get there and show you. I made a whole page. Let me get to the right thing. Where let's pull it up here in a second. Better together with Steph. Look, I made a whole page. If you can go to the Twitch page and go check it out. Look, if you enjoy the content and you have an extra $10, you can go check out this little merch thing, right? Thanks for following Better Together with Seth. Hopefully you follow me, and you get to choose any color you want. So, I mean, you can go crazy. Look, there's Helicona, Kiwi line. Here's your sizes. Of course, I'm a big 2X guy. I know it's going to cost a little more for a 2X shirt. I'm trying to make them as affordable as I possibly can. This is the business that we do. This is what I do for a living. I make t-shirts, right? And if you'll do this for $1 more, you could put your gamer tag inside there. And it will show up right here in a little fancy font. Add that to your cart checkout. You'll be able to shop online and all that good stuff. Ship it straight to your house. I honestly haven't had anybody order internationally. If you do, you'll be the first one in my knowledge. This is a brand new web store. Gives you a little bit of info about what we're doing here. If you like the web store and you want to make your own, if you're a streamer and you do your own stuff and you want to make your own, then you can do that. Ask for it, and I can build you your own store. So anyway, my name is Seth. This is Better Together with Seth, and I want to leave you with a thank you, a goodbye. Hope you have a great time. I don't know when the next time is I'll stream, but I'm going to stream as soon as I can. And when we do, we'll see each other. Say hey when you see me, and I'll say hey back.